Hi there again, BookTube, Leanne here, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to record my TBR game for January. Sorry I haven't been around lately, but it's been a very busy December in the lead up for Christmas. So that's just where I've been. I've been very busy with family and getting presents and all that kind of good stuff. I have got more books, so there should be a book haul for me to film at some point soon as well, probably in the new year as like a Christmas haul, winter haul type thing, but that'll be coming up hopefully. But today I want to record my TBR game and get to know what I'm going to read next month. So there's 3 books that I'm hoping to get to, like as a definite put on this TBR. Those are here. So there's The Hod King and The Fires of Heaven and New Spring. So I was supposed to read The Fires of Heaven this month, but it took me a long time to read A Shadow Rising or The Shadow Rising. They're by Robert Jordan, they're the Wheel of Time books. So I'm hoping to catch up by reading The New Spring as well, and kind of reading my 1 book a month, catching up to that basically. The Hod King I want to read because I've been reading a book of Babel book a month as well, so they're the things I really want to get on my TBR. So I'm going to hit screen record. Right, got over to my TBR game, as you can see hopefully here now. So let's go for roll number 1. I'm going to have the dice on here now so I don't have to have like 3 different shots. So I've put it on my tablet instead. So first roll is a 4. So let's move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a stitch marker roll. So let's go over to stitch markers, which is already on, and spin. And that is a book with title chapters. Okay, I guess this'll do. So this is a chonker, so I'm hoping this TBR ends up being relatively short. But I bought this today actually, so I suppose I'm getting to Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff and see what the big fuss is about. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. So I'm excited to read it, and the naked hardback is very pretty too. It's got the silver underneath. So don't know a massive amount about this, I just know that everybody's been raving about it. So let's see. So it seems like war between vampires and humans, and it seems like vampires might be winning, and so the humans were dwindling, which is probably going to be a massive problem for the vampires food-wise. And I think the main character's like half monster, so there's monsters in this too. So this will be very interesting to read, and I will see how that goes. It's a chonker, so I hope it's, well, the wording inside is big, so it's not too bad. And just to prove, chapter titles. So that's my chapter titles book. Okay, on to roll number 2. Hit roll, and that is a 6. So move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is knitting needles. So let's go on in needles and spin. And that is a book with of in the title. So let's see. Ooh. Perfect time to get Fires of Heaven into my TBR. Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan. So I'm very excited to add this in. This is book 5. Yep, this is book 5 in the Wheel of Time. Hopefully I will catch up in January in my Wheel of Time book a month challenge. So fingers crossed. So on to roll number 3. Let's roll that dice, and it's a 1. Let's see where that brings me. So just 1 brings me onto a crochet hook space. So let's go on to hooks and spin. A book with something shiny on the cover. That doesn't bring me one of the books that I need. So let's see, shall we? You know what? Let's throw a middle grade in there and read Amari and the Night Brothers. I know that she joins some kind of secret society in this book, and that's all I know. And something about her brother's gone missing, and she needs to find him, and that's how she joins the secret society, and she has magic. That's all I know about this, and this is by B.B. Alston, and I've been meaning to read it, so why not add that to my TBR? On to roll number 4, and that gives us a 2. So 1 and 2 is on stitch markers. So let's go on to stitch markers and spin. A book with more than 500 pages. Oh no. Let's see. How about you? How many pages are you? Perfect. 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 So that gives me The Hod King by Josiah Bancroft. This is a book I need to read in January, so I'm very excited to add this onto my TBR. Can't tell you anything about this book specifically, because it's the third book in a series. However, I can tell you that Semlin Ascends is about a man who goes on his honeymoon with his wife to the Tower of Babel, and pretty much straight away his wife goes missing and he needs to look for her in this very corrupt place. He thought he was going to this very lovely holiday destination with her to go to the baths and relax and enjoy a couple of weeks away, and things go very bad for them. So very excited to get to this because I've been loving the series so far. I understand what the big fuss is about 100%, so yay, adding this. On to roll number 5. Gives us a 6. That's a nice big number. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a nice big number, but the B sends me back to the last B, so let's go back. Uh-oh. TBR jar time. And you know what? Have I read a TBR jar book in any of my TBRs yet? I don't think I have. But let's see if it gives me something that I will read, huh? Let's see. Let's go with this one. And it is Strange Worlds, which is something that's on my Kindle. So I guess there's another middle grade going on to this TBR. So a couple of middle grades. This is meant to be really good. I think they are travelling between dimensions through like suitcases and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure what happens, but like they have to save someone in another dimension or something, or the world. I don't know how it goes, but it sounds really fun, and they travel inside suitcases into other portals and stuff like that. Again, don't know much about it, but yeah, happy to add it onto my TBR. So let's hope I don't land on another B. I'm going to roll the dice again. So this time I got a 2. So let's move 2 spaces. 1 and 2 brings me to crochet hooks. So let's go on to hooks. And that is a book with flowers or plants on the cover. You know what, I'm trying to get sequels out of the way, and this might not be perfect, but there are gold leaves on this cover. So I'm going to go with that. There are, like, even if they're not actually leaves, they look like leaves. So I'm going to go with that anyway. So this is Kingdom of Copper, which is the second book in the Daevabad trilogy by S.H. Chakraborty. And this is about genies and their world, and a character who goes over to their world and kind of explores what's going on over there. So it's exploring mythology behind genies and stuff like that, which is fantastic because I really enjoyed the first one, and it gets more adult apparently as you go along, so I'm very excited to find out what happens next. So Kingdom of Copper is going on to my TBR. Yay! This is roll number 7, I think. Yikes. So that's another 2. So let's move 2 spaces, so that is onto stitch markers again. So let's go over there, spin. And this brings me to a book with disability rep. I'll have to think about this one. You know what? I will throw the Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan because I want to finish out this series. I'll put that on there because like I say, I want to finish the series. And the characters within this world all have things like ADHD. One of the traits of a demigod is having ADHD and dyslexia and stuff like that. So I will put this on there because it's all of these people getting together and understanding each other and all that kind of stuff, technically, even though they're all demigods and superpowered as well. So it's fantastic. I really want to see what happens next. And I will finish out this series hopefully next month. I do have a chunky TBR so far, so this is added on now. On to roll number 8, I think. So that's a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which brings me to some needles. Spin. Oh, thank goodness it gave me a wild card. That was the perfect roll. That was the perfect spin. I can put New Spring on there, and I've got another roll, but it'll bring me to the end, obviously, to the honeypot. So New Spring by Robert Jordan, which is the sequel, which is the prequel book to the Wheel of Time. I've been told that you should read this after book 5, so that's the way I'm doing it. Apparently I can understand everything after this, in this after book 5, so I'm going to jump into this as well, hopefully, and catch up on my Wheel of Time read through. So let's get that last spin done anyway. So it's given me a 1, which brings me to the honeypot anyway. And that, my friends, is the end of the TBR game. By the way, if you've been wondering what I've been wearing this entire video, I know it just looks like a normal hoodie, but it is one of those massive oodies or snoodies that you get from Primark because of the cheaper version. But oh, it's so comfy, and it's still the Christmas holidays, so I'm staying in comfy clothes. And when I do this, I'm basically a square. So yeah, I'm just staying comfy whilst I can before work starts and school starts and all that kind of stuff. So, minus 1 book that's on my Kindle, this is a bit of a chunky TBR for January, so seeing as I'm starting work in January and such, hopefully I get to all of these, but I am prioritising the Robert Jordan books and the Hod King because they're the ones I want to get to most. But yeah, this should be exciting. I wasn't expecting to read some of these anytime soon, so hopefully I do get to them and don't put them off. Notice that I've been prioritising books that are actually on my shelf because I actually want to read books that I own. I bought them for a reason and I keep neglecting them. So that's why I'm trying to force myself to look what's behind me and add those things onto my TBR more immediately. So there's 1 Kindle book and the rest are physical, so we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, for going along on my TBR game journey with me. I hit a B this time, which was sad and made me add more books, but hopefully I read them all and I enjoy them all, so fingers crossed. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. TTFN. Bye bye.